Okay, you guys, I'm going to do a video about these pens because a lot of you keep telling me that your pen's not working, and I can tell you that in the 2 years of selling these pens, I've never had one that's broken. Never. They're reusable. You just simply order a refill for your cartridge, and the pens have not broken. I've only had one person whose pen was broken, and it was literally because they stepped on it. So they broke this. They broke the connection between the pen. So a lot of you are not paying attention to the previous videos that I've done on how you make sure that your pen is ready to use. Now, number one, when you first order it from me, if you order it with a product inside of it, it's ready to use. It's going to be ready to use. So I had a customer who recently said, I've done everything, I've watched your videos, and it's not working. So she tells me that her plunger's not coming up. Now, first of all, the first rule is the plunger's not going to come up in this state. So you can sit here and turn and push and turn and push, and there is a plunger that's down inside of there. That right there is the plunger. That's what pushes your product out of your cartridge whenever you're giving yourself the sub-Q injection. You can turn it as many times as you want to. This goes all the way up to 60 units and push, and that plunger is not going to come up if there is nothing loaded inside of the cartridge holder, because it's vacuumed. It works on a vacuum seal. That's how it works. So you have to have a cartridge in it. So now this cartridge has about 200 units in it. This is mine out of another pen, but I'm going to put this together, sliding that cartridge in there. Now, as you can see, there's a lip. There's a lip on this glass cartridge, and then there's the connecting ring, and then you've got your plunger right there. So they all have to align. So if you're not aligning this correctly, then the plunger is not going to go up inside of this glass cartridge. Also, as you see, you've got a gray stopper here. So if you get a 300 unit or 3 ml cartridge that's full, it's going to be all the way down to the bottom of this, and you don't have to worry about it. It's primed, it's ready to go. If you get one that has 150, 180, 200, 250 units in it or whatever else, then you've got to make sure that this black plunger is touching that gray stopper. See that gray stopper up there? You got to make sure that they're touching. In order to do that, you're going to put your pen together, holding it straight and making sure that you're not forcing it. It should just turn easily to reconnect, okay? So now, by priming, what we need to do is we need to turn this dial at the bottom. Turn your dial. This is your units dial. It doesn't matter how many you turn it to because you're trying to make it meet up here. We're going to push, turn, push, turn, push. Do you see it? Do you see it rising right there? Turn and push. Now we're just going to slow down the process to make sure we don't over prime it. There we go. We just want that black plunger to touch that gray stopper ever so slightly, so that when you take your injection, when you put your injection cap on, it's not over primed and having force. So if you push too much pressure on there, when you put a needle cap on it, your product's going to squirt out. It's going to leak out. So we're going to put this cap on there. Okay, see? No leaking. There's nothing dripping out of the end of that needle. I'm trying to put it where you can visually see it. There's nothing dripping out of it. Okay, so now you want to give yourself an injection. And this does have a spring-loaded cap on it, but the easiest way to make sure that you're getting your dose is to make sure to just see what you're doing. And so you're going to turn your dial to the dosing of this. I'm just going to turn this to 10 units, okay? Just to show you that now that this black plunger is meeting this gray stopper, okay? So here you can see it's focused in, and you're going to hold your pen like this. You're going to just kind of fist it. 4 fingers wrapped around it, your thumb on the end. I've got this turned to 10 units, and watch. There you go. So then all you're going to do is put this cap back on it and take it off immediately after you inject. Now, typically you would inject that. You wouldn't waste product, but for the sake of teaching and education, I'm showing you that it works. You just have to make sure that your black plunger meets your gray stopper. And you have to have a cartridge in there. You cannot just put your cartridge holder together. So see, that plunger has risen as we've been using it, okay? So, but if I take out my cartridge and I've just put my cartridge holder back on there, I'm going to push this back down. There's no vacuum seal on it that way. And so therefore it's not going to work. See? Turn, 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 turn. Everybody keeps telling me my pen doesn't work because this is what you're trying to do. You don't have a vacuum seal on there. So there you go. Lesson number 1.